watching a special edition of Today at the Royal Wedding, looking inside Westminster Abbey as Catherine Middleton, now the princess, and Prince William are in a private area of that abbey, and they are signing the register, and we're joined by Andrew Roberts and Camilla Tominey and Martin Bashir and Meredith Vieira. What exactly is going on now?
They're signing the register in the chapel of St. Edward the Confessor, the only king of England to ever be made a saint. And he died in 1066 and is buried there.
There are a number of witnesses in there, Matt, who will be signing as witnesses to their marriage. That will be Carol Middleton, Michael Middleton, Kate's parents, Prince Charles, Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, James Middleton and Pippa Middleton, Kate's siblings.
I thought that was a beautiful service. The Bishop of London began by saying, "Every wedding is a royal wedding, for we are subjects of the King of creation." A beautiful way to begin his sermon, and as the service continues, it has been a spectacular performance of music, of song, and of Christian worship.
It was a moment when they were, as the ceremony was beginning, when Prince William was standing with Michael Middleton and Kate Middleton, and apparently he mouthed something to Mr. Middleton, his father-in-law, and a lip reader from one of the news organizations says what William said to Michael was, "We were supposed to have just a small family affair."
We look at them, and we had some comments here on the set while we were watching the ceremony. Camilla, you thought they looked a little nervous, but that's understandable. Probably 2 billion reasons why they could be nervous.
I think so, but I think Kate's glamour and beauty outshines today. She looks absolutely amazing. Meredith and I have been welling up seeing her in this such a fairy tale dress, Meredith, and so romantic with the lace and the veil. She just looks gorgeous.
As does Pippa as well, and the bridesmaids too. So fitting.
What I was very impressed with was, we are now probably a mile and a half away from Westminster Abbey. Crowd gathered here at Buckingham Palace, and yet as the vows were said, Andrew, after each set of vows, cheers went up here in the crowd behind us.
Well, all over London, I think, there are hundreds of thousands of people who are listening to this on loudspeakers in the parks as well, and I think I caught an echo of them cheering too.
And so much for any rain. The sun is shining so brightly outside right now. Beautiful.
It's absolutely stunning. The sun shining down on the Abbey, but also here at Buckingham Palace, where of course they'll soon be returning. 1900 in the Abbey, just over 600 here for the wedding reception hosted by Her Majesty the Queen.
I think a couple of the most emotional moments for me, and actually it was something that I was swept away with you, Andrew, and you, Camilla, is as the hymn Jerusalem was sung, you both broke out in song. That was something that was played at both of your weddings, and the people behind us here were waving their flags and singing as well.
It's a traditionally British hymn, Jerusalem, because it finishes on the line, "In England's green and pleasant land." It couldn't be more patriotic, and they've chosen it because they love the hymn like many people, because they knew as well that the crowd outside would applaud it and would sing it.
Another note, the Archbishop of Canterbury up at the altar. What a voice on him. I want to hear him say, "This is today." That guy's got pipes, no question about it.
He's not just a voice, though. He's a learned academic, an ancient historian, has a doctorate from Oxford, and is now the head of the Church of England.
And something happened here as well, and we all stopped and turned around and grabbed our cell phone cameras as the household cavalry moved from Buckingham Palace here behind us, 200 strong.
Yes, 2 regiments of them, the Blues and Royals that go back to the 1660s, and the Life Guards that also go back to the period of the English Civil War. Magnificent looking soldiers.
Just a few minutes left in the service. The carriages are waiting outside Westminster Abbey to transport the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, and what we saw going to the Abbey was less sensational. It was the royal family in cars heading to a wedding. What you're going to be seeing over the next several minutes for you folks at home is the full pageantry of the monarchy on display. They're going to be showing off a little bit here because you're going to see everything that we've come to associate with royal celebrations here in the United Kingdom.
An enormous amount of work has gone into this. Every breastplate will be shined to perfection. And yes, it's the thing that the British do best, really.
Andrew, you know more about the 1902 carriage that they'll return here to.
It's right there, we're looking at
Which
it.
is absolutely stunning. Does it have gold on it?
It was built for Edward VII's coronation in 1902. It's got some fabulous. It's caparisoned with some maroon. It's a lighter maroon than most of the other carriages, and apparently it's very comfortable to sit in, which is one of the reasons they like
And
it so
plenty of
much.
space for her beautiful dress with its train.
And again, the carriage that Prince Charles and Diana used as well for their wedding back in
And
1981.
the Yorks in 1986, they also used it, yes.
Even as we speak to you here, occasionally you'll hear a voice on the loudspeaker behind us. We are here at Buckingham Palace, and that is the somewhat of a play-by-play being given to the spectators here who are far removed from the Abbey, so we'll have to pardon the interruption every once in a while.
Queen checking her program there to see where we are.
I think there hasn't been such a gathering of royalty, governance and state officials in one church building for a very, very long time in England. The senior members of the clergy, the government, the Commonwealth, celebrities, members of royal families throughout the world, all seated in the beautiful Gothic cathedral, almost 1,000 years old.
We're just seeing pictures there of Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, who of course are the daughters